Squad, the People's Guild. Our passion for making monsters can't be killed. We breed the best pets, learn a lot, no regrets. Join us in creating excellence. Purple on our back, Mythic Squad on the chest. It's the Mythic Squad. It's Mythic Squad. Time to wake the fuck up. Welcome to the Mythic Squad Morning Show with Dragonfly Tales and Starbuck.
It's a pleasure to be with you all today. Hopefully, you got a chance to catch us last night in our stream with Winston Jazz Hands as well as Big
Bolon Sauron.
It was a really fun time. And of course, we had Sir Worm on too. We did what you could probably expect. We were in the pits making some stuff. And we also talked a little bit about the new summoning cooldown discussion. Hopefully, there's at least people open to hear the debate. And we found out a lot of good things. Dragonfly Tales, it's been a good week. How have you been?
Sure. Fine. A better week than the last in real life, so I'm happier and it's okay. Soon it's Easter time.
Oh yeah, is Easter
Sometimes
tomorrow
with family. No, Sunday.
What's tomorrow for you? Saturday?
Saturday, yes.
Why did I think you were a day ahead?
No, I'm not.
You're like a half day ahead though. It's 7 p.m. for you, right? Or no, it's 4 p.m.
no. For me, 3 p.m. and
3
then
now.
3 p.m. The next week it will be 4 p.m. Yes.
Okay, don't forget we don't change time here, so
Yeah,
our time is already changed.
We
It's
will do
7
it.
a.m. here.
So hello everybody to our stream. Wake the fuck up.
Wake the fuck up.
And a lot of news incoming. About the summoning cooldown, I like to say I think is not the problem. As I wrote on Twitter, on X, I think the problem is just the arbitrage between Jade and Crystal. And I can't understand how nobody is seeing the elephant in the room. There is a big elephant in the room and everybody talk about this, about that. I think I'm okay with the summon cooldown, even if it affects Gen Zero, not a problem. Everything that's for the game, I'm okay. So it's okay for cooldown, but the biggest thing is the arbitrage between Jade and Crystal, because if a Crystal is 3 times Jade, and the power token you need to summon are the same. Of course, what you summon in Jade and you sell in Crystal Veil, you have a gain. And this is what the biggest breeders of the kingdom is the system that the biggest breeders of the kingdom exploit. And I think that without this kind of arbitrage,
Arbitrage.
Yeah, we would summon just to make heroes, not only for gains. Okay, there are a lot of gains incoming for the big breeders like Road to Dread, Cookie Miner, Cookie Summoner. I don't remember the name, but there are a lot of group of people that are making a lot of gains. Okay,
Yeah.
uh, so I think that they should watch this. And my proposal is the dynamic summoning cost. If you pay 30 Chu in crystal, okay, and crystal is 3 times jade, you should pay 96 jade to summon the same of 32 crystal. I think that dynamic summoning cost is the solution, and this is real.
I get you. I don't know. I don't know if those are both gonna make the biggest shifts in changes. I would love to see a greater burn mechanic. That then it sounds like we're getting one. We don't really have as much insight as I'd like into what it is, but you know, if it's, but there's no disappointment in it at all because it's not out yet, so we don't know what it is. We can't pick it apart, and you know, it's one of those things where if it's something where we're burning our NFTs, one of the things that Crypto Grady had said is, you know, before the dark summoning pit, he would have loved at least a debate or a discussion to hear some of the community's ideas or their sentiment towards it. A lot of us love it. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm in the pits more than I'm in the normal summoning portal these days. Just 'cause that's the kind of heroes that I'm trying to create. But some people thought that there could be some changes that would have made it a more cohesive experience that would have taken into account some
I
of
don't get your audio. I don't get your audio now.
what.
Repeat. Now I hear you.
So for
Okay.
Grady, he had one of the pushbacks is like he had spent all this money to summon the heroes with stones, right? So it was part of his summoning Bible or something like that. I don't remember what it was called, but he always used stones, and on every level up, he always used crystals. I don't use crystals every level up for every hero. It just didn't make sense to me, and now I don't even know if he summons with stones or if he still summons at all. But the losing that part of the investment when you burn your heroes and not getting anything, a hero that's level 10 that's had a greater stone and greater crystals all the way up has the same benefit as a level 10 hero that's never had a crystal and was unstoned. So the investment cost, that's something that you have to weigh individually if you're going to get a return on it to yourself. And DFK's position is, or well, at least my interpretation of it is, they weren't trying to make you whole with the dark summoning pit. It was just another option. They weren't trying to give you, you know, a more rarity because you use stones or more anything because you use crystals. It was just going to be a 1-for-1. I think that would have been better. Like if you use stones and crystals on the hero, maybe there was like a sparkling thing that gave you an opportunity to add more tiers for your crystals. It would have been more cost even, but would have acknowledged the point that you use summoning stones, summoning crystals, and maybe the likelihood of your hero's rarity increasing would have been greater if you did have greater stones and greater crystals. Now, I don't think that would have happened. Obviously, it didn't happen. If they had done that, it probably would have diminished the value of the mythics even more. Right
Yeah.
now, we have the pit that, you know, the greatest return to the pit is you can control your rarity. When you're going in with 2 legendaries, you know you're at least going to have a legendary, or it's like what, 5 or 10% chance of getting, not 10, I don't remember what it is, but it's like a greater chance of getting a mythic. So it serves its purpose. And for us, you know, the monster makers of the community, the people that are going for transcendent hero, transcendent, exalted trait heroes on exalted heroes or elite heroes with color, that's where we're making the majority of them. You know, it's a hard pill to swallow. We had dark summon after dark summon yesterday, and not a single one of them mutated. And where did I actually make a mutation and catch some traits? In the normal pits, in the regular portal of Serendale. We got one bard last night with Hardened Shield, which will be given out this next coming week, because we have our extravaganza going on right now. So yeah, there's a lot of ways to look at it. Now, we also brought up the point that there's a Hubert brought up the fact that if heroes were to all the Gen Zeros were to summon right now, they would and all of their offspring were to summon, after 90 days, there would be 42,178,500 heroes in the economy. My argument to that is, number one, there's not that many summoning. Number two, if that were happening, potentially there's a lot of things going right. If for one reason or another there are 42 million heroes, number one, there would have had to been an awesome burn mechanic in place for us to make that amount. Number two, if we had 42 million heroes, our community would have been huge. And then number three, we don't know how many heroes are actually being summoned currently from the existing Gen Zero pairs, and with current population 2 years in, or however many years in we are with DFK, I think we're at like 1 million heroes alive or something like that. So
I think that Gen Zeros can be an asset you can use in many ways, and it's not necessary to make the Gen Zero summon if you create a new mechanic. For example, if they create something to stake your Gen Zeros to produce something important, okay, that only Gen Zero can make, okay, staking, you solve the problem, because I have two Gen Zeros, okay, and if the game tells me, okay, don't summon now, okay, you have a gain of 200, 300, 400 crystal every 3 days, but they give you a staking, okay, that in 3 days, okay, give you plus or minus the same value or just a little bit less. It's not important, but I'd choose that solution, because if they create something, okay, to make your Gen Zero stake and wait and farm some item, it's very good. It can be very good because the Gen Zeros become more strong. And this is what I think. They just can create something really cool for Gen Zero, and it will be very nice. About the greedy opinion.
Hold on. With what you just said, though, I want to expand on that. I think that would be cool. It's like, we don't have land yet. Land is at least a year out. Could you imagine if one of the ingredients to making land was locking up a Gen Zero, having some woodworking heroes, and when you have your land to build a structure, you need to have your Gen Zeros locked up. If you were trying to go for like a certain class of structure, maybe there's, a rare structure, a mythic structure, what have you. Maybe you have to lock them up for, call it 3 months, and it takes 3 months for you to build your town hall. And then those Gen Zeros aren't producing any more heroes. There could be any number that you would have to have in order to get it. Maybe you need to have 10, or something like that. And if you have woodworking pets, maybe they help that go up as well.
Absolutely, yes. You can create a system where you make the Gen Zeros to stake for 3 months, and if it's profitable, it's wonderful. We don't need to make new heroes. We don't need it. We just do it because our asset permits us to do. But if we have other solution, we can follow.
Bolon also brought up the good point. So when we were discussing it, one of the questions got brought up that they can change traits, they can change whatever they want. Effectively, they can change the appearance of heroes, but it felt like Gen Zeros were the one thing they couldn't change or they couldn't modify. And Bolon brought up a good point, is that's the one thing that the team actually sold. In the original Serendale, they sold those Gen Zeros. So them making any modifications to those would have to be at the consensus of the community and not their own. And I think that's just to protect their own risks. So I appreciated that he brought up that point in a meaningful way that actually made sense.
Yes. I want to say that about the gradient solution on the stone, I think this way. Okay, do you prefer to have a legendary you own, you are the only one owner, or you prefer to own 10 mythics everybody own? This is the point. So I think that we don't need more rare and super rare heroes like mythics, and we don't need this because dark summoning, yes, dark summoning helped the game to eliminate a lot of heroes, but the rare heroes growed so much. Okay, thanks to dark summoning, we have more mythics, we have more legendaries, and so we don't need another mechanism that allows to boost the rarity. We don't
Oh, that
need.
wasn't his. That wasn't his full on. Boost the rarity wasn't his
I
push.
agree with the
Always said that.
developers in this
Oh, it is.
debate. Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. I mean, that's not wrong. Um, yeah. So there's. I mean, good discussion as to what's coming. I mean, we've heard of expeditions coming for a while. Obviously, PvP is on the horizon. We have a quote of Frisky Fox saying it will take less time to get the yellow eggs out than it took the green eggs. And if he is true to his word, then we'll see those before April 20th. I don't think that's going to happen. It just doesn't feel like that's going to happen. But you never know. Maybe they'll surprise us.
I
What do
like
you think?
the egg change a lot.
That's right. Yeah, we brought that up yesterday. So now the green and yellow eggs have a 10. I forgot what it was. Let's see. I have it.
Is 10 is a boost of 10 for the basic growth, for the basic drop rate, and 13 boost of 13 times for the growth rate. The growth drop rate is the one
Reduced, not boost.
yes, connected to the hero. Okay.
Yeah. So the mining eggs were reduced by a factor of 10, and
Yes.
the drop rate growth was also reduced by 13.5. Fishing and foraging drops were reworked to match the new mining and gardening. So we'll see less blue and gray eggs also. Now only one egg received per attempt, opposed to one per standard item roll that occurs. And then the big one for us pet holders is, in order to compensate for the overall drop decrease, clutch collector pet bonuses have been quadrupled for all pets to make these bonuses feel more impactful, which is pretty huge. I brought it up last night that part of the extravaganza, one of the pets that were given away, I decided to give it away before I knew this, and wish I knew this because it has like a really good roll. It's a gentleman crab. It's mythic. It's got mythic combat, and it's got, let's see, where are my pets?
I'm collecting these kind of pets since the beginning because the clutch collectors were the cheapest one. Were the cheapest ones, so it was easy to grab from the marketplace. And I have a lot of clutch collector, and I'm very happy.
Yeah.
because yes, because
I
usually I don't have fun in try to gamble 10, 100 pets to discover. I just go to the marketplace and I grab the floor and grab the floor since 1 year. And on the floor there is clutch collector always. So I'm full of clutch collectors, pets, and now I want a lot of eggs.
Here
And
it
the
is.
eggs are everywhere.
This one's being given away. It's the Gentleman Crab. It's one that I had wanted for a long time.
Very powerful.
Clutch Collector. I actually bought this one. Increased finding a blue egg by 228% now, and it's got that mythic combat rule. So this one hopefully goes to a happy home. Remember, there's only one way to win this, and if you go inside the Mythic Squad's general chat, you will see a stream of these. Let's see, these submissions. Throughout our server are these hidden mythic eggs throughout different places. Ogre gave a hint to where one is, and are just DFKing around tab. There is a mythic egg that's in there. So all you got to do is screen grab where you found it, so it's appearing, so we can see the date and time. That way we know what submission it is. You can only submit one of each image. So if you have this one, you can't just screenshot 100 of these and put them in. There's only a finite amount of entries per person, and each one you put in gets you an entry on our wheel of names to win some cool prizes. Like I said last night, or like I said earlier, that bard that I have summoned last night is coming on as, that was just a freebie. But also that grand prize so far of that mythic clutch collector with the mythic combat Gentleman Crab is up for grabs as our current grand prize. Who knows? Maybe it'll get better as we go on. And nobody has found them all yet. So just so you know, not that anybody has to find them all, but just so y'all know, nobody has found them all. We've got them in different places, and you'd have to be pretty slick to find them all, or captured it before you knew the contest was actually going on, if you want to find where all of them are hidden, because they're not all in the Mythic Squad server. That's the only hint I'll give. But what else do we got? We've got the you were saying something before I cut you off. That was about the egg drop. What else?
The other screen.
PvP. Huh?
The other screen you showed this is a big change of the game. Big.
Yeah.
This is very big. I hope you kept all your heroes because now it's really profitable to make quests. So I know that a lot of people sold the heroes during this month. That gas was higher than the rewards, because now everything changed. So I think
heroes, so no problem.
All the ones who kept the heroes are on the spot, of course. And always remember, this is real talk.
Yeah. Let me get that not financial advice ticker going.
No financial advice, real talk.
Yeah. Combat engine improvements were made. Equipment viewer overhaul. So instead of seeing 1,000 birthday hats or celebration hats, you'll only have one. That'll have a batch form that you can expand on. And then the inventory token management for Jewel and Crystal have been changed. And then a couple miscellaneous improvements on the sale, rental, buy, whole bunch of improvements, power-up improvements, performance improvements to the Hero Hub, and the Garden Quest pool select modal has now been updated to the most up-to-date styling to match the rest of the site. So that's been very cool. Like I said,
Starbuck, did you like the part where the team cries about the conical remembrance cups?
Yeah. Yeah, the conical hats of remembrance. That's what
they are horrible on the ears. They are really bad looking. We don't want those caps because
but they do stand out, and they are
ridiculous. Yeah. We don't want our ears ridiculous, but we want our ears cool. So I need that fucking rabbit head.
Yeah, those conical hats of remembrance are since we don't have like a favorites tab or anything, those are my favorites tab, and I use those so that I know not to burn a hero. So if they've got that hat on it, I know that I'm saving it for something. and I won't burn it. So it works. There we go. This is our extravaganza. Now this goes through April 1st, midnight PDT. Winners will be drawn on our next stream on April 4th. And then, of course, be sure to check out the Mythic Squad's Etsy store for the best DeFi Kingdoms gear. And you all know it. And then,
I want the T-shirt with real talk.
Real talk? Oh,
Real talk on
we're
the
not
shirt.
selling that one. Why do you want that? Why do you want one that says real talk?
Just joking. This I love. I love this.
I got one yesterday thanks to Skiller. He knows I couldn't win one, so
I hate you.
My guy.
I hate you.
You don't have one yet?
No.
You don't have one yet? I'm just joking. I would have bought it if you didn't give it to me. But
I just wanna. But Mega promised me one. Mega, are you listening? You know you have to give you yours when you find.
Why?
Just because I want it.
So this one, so it starts out at 1%, and then it elevates from there of the speed bonus. So unlike the other drops where the Halloween hat or the Frosty hat, those ones didn't really modify anything other than your appearance. It was almost as if it's a visage, but it does have slots for enhancements, so I take that back. And this one has an additional speed boost. So the floor is 1 and it goes up from there. The rate of the boost is variable, similar to other equipment drops. So very cool. Looking forward to finding some too. This one failed. So I was trying to make some, what are they called last night? Some thumbnails. And it's so hard to get AI to spell right. So this was the best I could do. But this one,
you can be faster with Photoshop or something like that.
That's what I did, is I photoshopped that image on top of it. And it even, it's about to go down in the pit. I love that. Thanks for
I need a logo for me. I have to talk with Skiller because I need the logo for me, because I have not an official logo, and this in Mythic Squad is a problem. Because
our official logo is this, the M with the wolf.
Yes, this is the Mythic Squad official logo, but Sticky's intern has its own logo. You are your own logo. No, I want mine too.
You want a Dragonfly PFP?
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell me? I'd have made it for you in my sleep. I'll get you one.
Yeah.
What do you want on it? That's all you got to do. Message me in Discord after we talk.
I have to think about it.
Yeah, whatever you want. These I make in like 5 minutes. I'm not great. I just have AI. AI and my phone. Literally, a lot of this you can barely tell, but it's hand drawn and hand edited. So things I don't like, even like dots, I'll fix pixels because I have OCD. Anyways, it's time to get Italian on us. Thank you all for waking the fuck up with the Mythic Squad. We're looking forward to seeing you next week. Get down on this extravaganza if you want to win some dope prizes. And we'll look forward to seeing y'all soon. Keep it mythic. Happy Easter for those who celebrate. And we'll see you in April. Peace.
Ciao.
Ciao a tutti. Ciao a tutti. There you go.